In this video I'm showing the replacement of some big timbers in this part of the medieval house. On the right is an already repaired wall part. On the left is still much to do. This post has to be replaced by a bigger one. This diagonal beam has to be removed completely. It was hidden in a wall and was meant to stabilize the house, but there are better ways to achieve this. The horizontal beam here is rotten so badly that I will have to remake it. And this post has to be taken out temporarily because it sits on the rotten beam. Ah yes, and the rafter is rotten too. Let's focus here on the challenge to take so many parts out without having the roof coming down. Here you can see two cross sections of this part of the house. Taking the load away from the beams that have to be remade is the first step. I put in metal posts, one unit to the left and to the right. Normally it would have been sufficient to support that horizontal beam or purlin, but because this has a crudely made butt joint right here, I had to hang the whole thing onto an additional beam on top of the collar beams. Of course, I had to make sure that the rest of the house was stiff enough to prevent its upper parts from moving sideways. Now let's have a look at the very rotten beam. A chimney was built upon it, and around it the roof constantly let some rain in. When I got this place, the chimney was already sunken in about 20 centimeters, so I instantly took it down. So these are the steel posts on one side and on the other side. The load of the upper part of the rafter is hanging on the two clamps now, and the lower part of the rafter isn't doing anything because it's already rotten away. The roof is hanging only on the battens here. The post is already loose now, so it might be safe to remove this steel post underneath that I had inserted a long time ago. Now I had to copy all significant indentations from the old beam to a new one. After that, a new old-style post was made in a way that I have already shown in previous videos. So this part of the timber frame is done too. There's a new post, the new braces, and I had to install this new beam to continue this old beam, which ended here, because this was the end of the medieval part of the house, and this is an addition of maybe the 18th century, or around 18th century. So the first floor is almost done, at least with respect to timber framing. So what's next? Next thing I will have to do is the attic. And that's a big problem because the rafters and also these beams are rotten at several places, and I just don't have any idea where to start. I will have to think a bit.